There's been a lot of talk about A23A. It's had a somewhat unconventional life's history for an iceberg. I think the most recent thing people are talking about is when it broke free of the latest structure it was stuck in, which was a rotating column, which kept it fixed in the same place. It started moving very quickly in the direction of the island of South Georgia. The speed it was moving at and its sheer size means that if it was to ground on the shelf of the island, it would have some consequences. It would cause a change because it's putting something that's about the same size of the island next to it that wasn't there before. So that would disrupt the ecosystems in a way. This has happened now as of a few days ago. And fortunately, due to the timing, the consequences maybe aren't as bad as people might have expected. The breeding season of most seals and penguins is now pretty much over. So concerns that the iceberg would pose a massive obstacle to the parents being able to go and find food for the chicks and pups is less of a major concern. Where it's now stuck, at least for now, is in much warmer waters than where it's been before. So we would expect this would massively accelerate the rate that the iceberg is melting. And as it melts, it's likely to break off into smaller chunks and kind of shed lots of its surface area. For previous giant icebergs, once they've got stuck near South Georgia, that's been the last place that they'll be, and they would melt from there. But it's not impossible that the iceberg, with a current in the right direction, would become unstuck again and start moving. So it can be hard to tell, but it looks like this is heading towards the end for this iceberg. If you imagine a giant iceberg, the one we're talking about is twice the size of Greater London. They're bigger than countries. So they're massive chunks of ice that are moving through the ocean to places they weren't before. So you're putting this massive expanse of a different material into a place that has not necessarily ever had that before. So you're completely changing what's going on. So this could involve changes to the physics of how the water moves around the ocean, especially in Antarctica, where the melting of fresh water contributes to forming the deepest water in the world, which spreads throughout the whole planet over time. Then when the ice is melting, it isn't just water that's in the ice, but it contains all kinds of sediments and materials and different ratios of nutrients that are also being released into the water, which has a massive impact on life. And this can allow different phytoplankton, so the tiny plants in the ocean, to grow, and it provides different food source for bigger things like krill, and then penguins, seals, and whales.